body work this month, really simple, just doing minute front back, really focusing on maintaining that nice stability. So you're going to get a nice hollow and then a nice arch on the opposite side, really trying to feel that chain working in a balanced way. So on the back, your easy option is even just a leg slide. So you can even not even be in hollow body, just get a bit of a pressure there so you're in a straight spine, slap, posterior pelvic tilt, opening out the hip flexor and coming back. So you might want to work on just that, relaxing the neck. Your next level is keeping the knees up so it's easier, integrating here, and then as you slowly open up the hip, that's going to make it heavier all the way up, maintaining that position. So you're working on that, getting that nice strength through the chain. Ideally you don't torque in this position. Then from there, you can bring your arms up, feeling those serratus, press the shoulder blades up, maintaining that stability, trying to get those arms back as far as you can. Working that for 4 minutes, pretty heavy, so just go with the version that's right for you. If you feel it's fatiguing, anywhere if you feel your lower back lifting or it's going into the spine, the force is making into the spine rather than being held in the muscles, change it. Just make it easier. You're trying to get through the minute in a nice way where it's going to condition you in a balanced way. So here, the cobra, easy option, just leave the legs down and just bring the chest off. You can even have the fingertips down, trying to get that nice extension through the spine with the lower trap. Then you bring the legs together, off, then you can go to a position here, the cobra, come into a T, come into a Y, come up to an I, or even in between the W position. It's quite good for those lower traps, lengthening out on that line, but trying to get those lats lengthened. So for a lot of people, the lats and are pulling tight, as well as a lot of the muscles in the back of the shoulder, so the internal external rotators, teres major, teres minor, all through there kind of really restricted. So that last overhead position, that last bit, and the lats being tight and not having that balance with the serratus and the lower traps with the upper traps. When you're doing handstand work all the time, it creates a lot of neck tension, and that's myself included. So important stretch to work on daily is some form of traction in the lats. So here you can even do it like that and try and get that position where you're shrugged up and really opening out. You want to make it as easy as possible for your body to hit that handstand line. So it's not collapsing through, you're really trying to get it in those lats. Shrug away. That's what's going to make it easier to get a nice overhead position to raise your arms up. And that prone position there where you face down and getting that arch, hollow body hold, especially like arch dislocates, is really evident where people are tight and trying to get those arms above the head. Same as in the warm up with the bands, bring that right up there and hitting that really straight handstand line. For me, I find that quite hard and end up overworking through here in the traps, the beta scap, scalenes, all the musculature through here gets overloaded because you're trying to fight all the tension there. So the more you can stretch that, release it, you're going to take that brakes off, so that way when you accelerate up, bring the arms up into shoulder flexion, you can get overhead a lot easier. And that way you can just focus on actually doing the handstand rather than fighting so hard just to trying to get the line, let alone balance and doing all those other things. So keep working on that. If you need a stretch, it's a good idea when you're doing exercise like that to stretch in between before you do the other side. So you might do the front of the core, laying on your back, and when you flip over before you start it, just stretch out those lats and just put a 30-second stretch in between and then do your minute hold. That way you're kind of putting yourself in a better position. And even just doing dead hangs off a bar before you start, either or, with the underhand grip, makes it heavier. So heaps of work you can do with that to improve that overhead position and make it more stable and comfortable. Enjoy.